as an angel investor. So about me, I've had a 15 years experience in Australia, in Singapore and the US. I was employee number one at a Silicon Valley startup called BlueJeans.com. They reached a $1 billion valuation in 2015. I'm an actual active angel investor with the Brisbane Angels. I've done quite a number of deals, and I'm the facilitator of the new Suncoast Angels. So we run the Suncoast Angels started last month with a number of Brisbane Angels and other interested parties in starting an angel investment group on the Sunshine Coast. So I facilitated last month, we're running it every month. And I'm also founder, I would say, the mentor, is that good? Of the Angel 100 initiative. I came up with the idea and we've done it. Pretty much. So what is angel investing? Well, as Mike Avey would like to call it, it's for-profit philanthropy, as he'd like to call it. So we give first and then we hopefully get something in return. So we're looking at helping founders to grow their businesses, also get a nice return. So the idea is not necessarily to make money, it's also to grow our ecosystem, to help out, but also to get a return at the end. So that's really what motivates them. And the angel group is very much about helping startups, not about making the money. And we're usually the first external investor, the first guy who puts money other than your friends and family. That's what we really angel investors about. So if we look at the life cycle of the startup as they go through, angel investors come in very at the beginning, very early on. They give you the money to ramp up and jump what we call the chasm or the valley of death, which where startups die, and the venture capitalists sit on the other side. So we help startups get in their seed capital, get their run up, and jump, and then hopefully get follow-on capital and eventually exit and be very successful. So hopefully that's the way it is. And so the difference between angels and sharks, I added this slide so everybody knows what the difference is. So first of all, okay, Ruth will probably just was known. Angels feed a little of a lot, sharks feed a lot in a little. I guess that's the best way to put it. We have a portfolio strategy, we invest a little bit of money, all of us get together, so 50 people or 20 people in the syndicate, we all put a little bit of money in, that adds up to a lot to help the startup. A shark swims alone, he'll take one big huge bite and he'll wait and he'll feed on something else. Philosophy is very different. Angels are there to help the founders, sharks are there to help themselves. So we look at the dealers, look at the founders and how passionate they are, and then say, can we help these guys? How can we help these guys? They're very passionate, or whoever that may be, and we come along and help them to execute and deliver on our idea. It's not about the actual product itself. Sharks concentrate more on the product and what they can get out of it. Equity, angel will usually take no more than 30%. Oh, this is all biased. Angels will usually take no more than about 30% equity. We're not there to take control of things. Sharks will take whatever they can get. So whatever that may be. And of course, Shark Tank, we're nothing like that. Angel investing is nothing like Shark Tank. And nature, angels will swim in groups and use each other's knowledge and expertise to benefit each other, as sharks generally swim alone. So that's pretty much what I sort of find. But nothing like Shark Tank, it's completely different. So angel groups, probably the biggest angel group in the country is the Brisbane Angels, although it says it's Melbourne. So Brisbane Angels, we have around about 100 members, 85 to 100 members. So we're happy about that. They've invested over $12 million in about 38 businesses, and but the only fund 5% of what we actually see, so 4%.
Less than 5%.
4%. Okay, so the correct value is 4%, which is still a whole digit more than what VCs. VCs generally at 0.5% what they see, if not that much. So we get around about that 1 in 5% of what we see. So we screen out all that. So we have processes in place that go through, and we screen out all the things that aren't ready or not interesting. We have processes that go through the process. We screen most of them out. And of course,
how long of time period was that?
That's over 5 years. I'll give you a few more stats. I've got the.
No, it's got all the stats. It's all. That's her name. So Suncoast Angels is the new one that I set up, and we meet every second Wednesday at the month in Moreton. If you're interested, then certainly let me know afterwards, and we'll put you on the list of the invitation to come along and see how it works, and if you're interested in having it. So that's basically what my facility. I'll be facilitating the Suncoast Angels. On behalf of Angel, I'll start preparing that to do that, and hopefully we can get some early stage investments on the Sunny Coast. So what is investable? The technical solution, this is John's plastic word, technical solution to a real world problem. So we don't necessarily, it doesn't necessarily mean to be tech. It could be, like for instance, we won't invest in a surf shop, but if you invent a new surfboard or a new way to make surfboards, that's investable. We won't go to a coffee shop, but if you find a new way to brew coffee or you find some innovative thing about processing, that's something of interest. So it has to be, there's some sort of innovation step or clever or technical solution to a real problem that people really have. So you really got to have a problem. So big aside. How much can you raise? You said that about right?
We'll talk more about it.
Yeah, we'll talk more about it. That's including government match funding and so forth. So you can raise up to about 500k. I just closed on a deal about 450 for a startup that I just did. So that's realistically what we just closed on. But that's up to about that figure. But the average is a lot lower than that, of course. And that usually we run rate of 18 to 24 months is sort of somewhere where we're looking, that money's got to last. Whatever that money is, that's how long it's got to last. If you come and pitch and say the money's going to last 6 months, well, we're not interested. It's got to last somewhere between 18 and 24 months to show that you've got traction and grow your business. And we expect 10 times net return over 5 years. That 10 times net means if you go and raise more money, we still expect to have 10 times return. So if you've got a business plan and you're going to raise money again in Series A, B, and whatever down the track, you have to realise that we still expect to have 10 times return net. So you have to look at that at like 30 times multiple, to get some interest. When would you seek investment? When you validate your market. So basically, validate the market is actually got someone to actually pay for the product, or that we can clearly see that you've got some, you're solving a problem that people are willing to pay for it. So you've proven that. We assume that you have a working MVP. So when you pitch, we assume automatically that you have a working MVP. And so that's a requirement. And finally, we need threatening to make money. So basically, you have validated it, but you need money to do marketing, for instance. You're threatening to take off, but you need that extra money or that skill set to launch off. That's really the point where you become a seed investment. What do angels look for? You. So again, this is the start. the founder. So we look at the founder. We say, is the founder got the right stuff? Is he coachable? Is he motivated? Is he passionate? If we give him the money, is he going to run away with it? Or is he going to actually stick to the business? If the going gets tough, is he going to be there to see it through? We've got to have the confidence in knowing that he's going to be there all the way through. And that's a kind of a little bit of the X factor to understand, your founder. If you work very closely with the founder and see how much pain they've already gone through. If they've already spent 18 months working on their project without getting paid, if they've sunk $100,000 into their business, that's a good indication that they're passionate about it and they believe it. If, for instance, they're still working a full-time job and want some money to do something, well, that's a problem. Go someplace else. We've got to show that the founder is committed to it and willing to do it. The opportunity. How big is the opportunity? Is it going to be something that's worthwhile? Is it going to be big enough? Where is it? Is there somebody in the angel group who might be interested in investing in that space? So the angel group has a broad portfolio. You got a broad portfolio of investors who invest in a whole different range of things. Is there somebody there who would like to invest in that opportunity? The plan, is it plausible? Can the investor actually do they have a plan that we could, that's reasonable? That they haven't going to launch and take over the world in 8 months. Do they have a realistic plan that we can actually believe in? And do we believe that they can actually execute? Or can we help them execute more or less? So basically, how can we help them execute, or whether they've got the ability to execute? That's really the look there. And of course, the exit. We need to know where our money is going. How are we going to exit? When is that going to happen? What do angels not care about? How cool your product is. We don't care. We don't care how cool the product is or the wonderful features in it. We just assume it works. We'll look at the opportunity it creates. And finally, we don't care how cool you are. You can be the coolest guy on the planet. We don't care. We look at the opportunity and the value. So that's very, very, very clear. So that's it. What is Angel's process? So the angels process is all applications come through a program called Gust. All those so they load their pitch deck, they load their information into Gust. Every week the program gets screened by an angel investor who's rotated through, and he screens out from it's a rough screening. So like I said, you know, is it something of interest to us or not? You get past that, you go to a pre-pitch, which is up to about 5 investors, maybe a bit more, who will sit around the table and review your pitch. You will actually pitch to them. They will make a decision whether it's worthwhile taking to the rest of the group. So hopefully through these 2 processes here, we've screened out most of the nonsense, or the things that aren't of any interest to anyone. And then at the end, you go to a full pitch, which is about 40 to 50, depending on the room and depending on the weather. There's no compulsion for people to turn up, so we get up to 40 people in Brisbane. What we'll do in Sunshine Coast is we'll also basically run that pitch here on the Sunshine Coast as well as in Brisbane. So the ones who pitch in Brisbane will also pitch here, so you'll be able to have the opportunity to invest at the same level, on the same conditions of what they do in Brisbane. And finally, if you're interested in it and there's interest in the room, we do a due diligence. That involves actually looking under the hood, looking at the product, looking at the IP, who controls it, and so on.
That'll be the announcement.
Yeah.
If you have a fun, you may like to put it on the sign.
Oh, I might do that. There you go. I'll leave it over there too.
Your presentation begins.
Oh, okay.
We'll have drinks later.
Yeah, we'll have drinks later. I don't even know what the number is.
It's over there.
So anyway, so they'll do the due diligence, and usually about 4 angles, it's about 11 pages of checklist. It's pretty thorough. We try and break it up into 4 groups, and then we write a final report. We take it back to the people who are interested, and then they make a decision whether we're going to invest upon that due diligence. If we find it's good, then we do the investments. So what we then do is we then say, we need to syndicate. Say for instance, we come to Brisbane, the guy wants 200k, we've only raised 150 or 120k in Brisbane, we'll send them to Melbourne, we'll pack them off down to Melbourne, they'll syndicate with us and raise additional capital. So we're able to syndicate across the groups in terms of raising capital. Same thing with Sunshine Coast. You may have a small amount of money here on the Sunshine Coast, we'll get more money in Brisbane, then we'll back it up with Melbourne. As long as Brisbane will do all the due diligence, checking it all out, make sure it's legit, and then Melbourne will invest with us based on our due diligence. So they come in with us. So we've done that. I just closed the deal. We raised about 70k of the money I raised, which actually came from Melbourne. And then we'll do the seed fund placement, put the money into the startup. We'll do the term sheets, the shareholders agreement, and we'll do all the due diligence around that. We'll prepare them ready, the standard investment structure that we have, and then of course we have the opportunity also through the Brisbane Angels to have matched government funds with the Business Development Fund. So whatever we raise, the Queensland Government will match, and then we get to buy them back at bond rate, plus 2%.
Assuming they approve.
Well, we got one through.
Yeah, I know.
I did it.
First one.
I did it. Yes, assuming it's one of many. So I just did that, just closed off the first one for the Angels we did a couple of weeks ago. And so we'll take them to the government, we'll get the matching funds. And so basically you double up your shares at no risk, basically, and you buy them back at cost when you exit. So essentially double your money. Simple as that. We'll also make cash on that is early stage investment opportunities, which is on here. So you get tax concessions on some of these startups. So we also check that out. So you get 20% carried forward tax offset. So you put $1 in, you get 20% of the taxes for the year, plus you get 10 years capital gains tax holiday on some of these investments. So not only do you get, is there the possibility of doubling your money, there's also the ability of actually getting your tax concessions, so you have to pay capital gains tax on the investment. So, yeah.
So if it becomes 0, you still double your money?
Yeah, absolutely. Nothing.
Just lucky.
But
Very luckily, yes.
It's hard. What we do is we hopefully, we can't promise that the ones, and you're not compelled, you don't have to invest in these ones if you're not happy. Is that once we screen all of them out as hopefully as best as we can. And they fail the due diligence, or we don't believe it's there's no interest. How many we lost, Ruth? Out of 38?
None yet.
Eh?
None yet.
0 out of 38. Some of them are still struggling at cost,
We pivoted a few.
we pivoted. So the thing about the Angels, I guess, to explain this is is that we see a business in trouble because we're on the board, we will take steps to correct the business before it gets out of control. So we'll put in steps in places to make sure that they don't necessarily fail. We'll burden them, we'll trade them off, we'll do something to get them out of. And then we bring all the investors in together and say, look, we've got a problem with this stuff, how can we help this? So we'll bring all this, we've done that before. Angel and representative will join the board. So we sit on the board, we represent and make sure that the execution on behalf. So one angel will sit there, usually the guy who's passionate with the founder, will come and sit on the board and babysit that investment, basically. Make sure it executes properly. And then they will report back to the group. So we'll go into more details about that. Legals, so we do term sheets. We generally buy seed preference shares, 1 times liquidated rights and dilution rights, and take a on the board. Basically, that's sums it up. We don't screw around too much with the term sheet. They're pretty evenly shared with the investor, not one-sided in any way. And we also have the shareholders agreement. It's similar to the Australian Association of Anything. But so we have. So what's the pitch format? 10 minutes pitch, 10 minutes Q&A, 10 minutes private discussion. So what happens is they go and pitch, we ask them questions from the room, they leave the room, we have some private discussions about, what do you think of this? Is this guy serious? And we have some frank discussions. And generally the way that discussion will sway people whether it's interesting or not. So you might think it's, I think that's the greatest in the world. They leave the room and you see everybody in the room going, that's garbage. And you go, well, just save myself from making a big mistake. So I've done that a few times. Early on, I'll tell you what, I made a lot of mistakes. But so that private discussion is really good because you get a lot of seasoned investors talking about it, going, what they really think about it. So it's a good learning period arrangement. And then we go and I'll go and tell them, whoever the host will go and tell them what the outcome of that discussion was, whether it's yes or no, whether we're going to invest or not. So I'll know straight away after the pitch. So 9 rules of the pitch. I'll just briefly go through these. What is the problem solving? What's pain gain? What's the customer? How do you value the solution? What is the market size? Demand unlocking. What is the best place to start opportunity? How much money are you looking for? How are we going to use the money? How are investors going to get their money back? It's really important, so it's going to be believable. All of this has to be believable. And if we don't believe it, then we're just not going to invest. So the common mistakes in pitching. A lot of people pitch a solution looking for a problem. It's got to be a real world problem solver. So some people come with this, I've seen some amazing, crazy things nobody's ever thought, who's going to buy this? That's a common mistake. They pitch a product, they've got to have actually a market for it. They don't explain the financials, how they plan to use the money, and justify the valuation. This is a big point. Some people come in and say, I've got a $5 million business, and you go, well, how do you justify that valuation? So that generally is something that's really important to justify. And how the investors will link to it. We'll buy them out. Tips and tricks for the pitch. You must grab and text investors in the first 2 minutes. If you're not pitching to the investors in the first 2 minutes, people go to sleep, they just tune out, you're not going to get anybody's interest. And you keep it high level and simple. Don't go into technical detail or what your tech does. Keep it high level, keep it market orientated, keep it simple. Be succinct, straight to the point. Don't pussyfoot around. If you've got a problem, point it out, or pitch straight. Don't overcomplicate the pitch, and listen attentively to questions asked, and don't get defensive. A number of investors sit there with their arms going, you don't know what you're talking about. That's the first sign you're not investing. And don't get defensive. So, that's what we've got. Start tips. Tips is get your customer first, then build the MVP. Quite often people build an MVP and then go look for someone to sell it to. No, get the customer first. Do some mock-ups, do all some things. Go out there and get your customer, your lighthouse customer, your first customer, and then build the MVP because you validate it there and then. As soon as you've done that, you're almost interested for angel investors. So get the customer first. Revenue model. Aim is to onboard as many customers as cheaply as possible who will pay the highest price possible. So you come up with a model that you're going to make money. So if you come up with a model where you're making 10% or 5% profit, don't bother. You come up with a model where you're making 40%, 30, 40% profit from your sales and reinvest it in your business, that's really interesting. So you really got to work out, and the most important is pitch the pain, price it at